It's a beautiful day at Stewart Peninsula Golf Course right on Louisville Lake in the Colony, Texas. It's a fun little 9-hole course that you play twice. First from the red tees to the red flag, then again from the yellow tees to the yellow flag. It's short, a 5,300-yard par 66, but it seems to eat me for lunch every time. Today will be no exception. Even so, I'm excited to come out and play some really okay golf. But that tee shot is certainly not okay. Hopefully I can find that one, but I actually hit it well. I just pulled it. Unfortunately, I won't find it, so here's a provisional, and it's not any better. At least I do find this one, but all I can do is punch it out, and we're back in play. Shot number 5 was as chunky as they get, but the camera didn't record it, so maybe it didn't happen. Finally, on my 6th shot, I do something good and get it on the green. The cheers from my playing partners say it all. The putt breaks a little more than expected, one of many unfortunate themes for the day, and I tap in for an opening 8. The nice thing about golf is there's always another hole. I don't hit this 7-iron as well as I'd like, but it somehow slides in front of the bunker and ends up okay.
You're right there with me. Oh,
no. My chip is average at best, leaving me with a challenging putt for par, which breaks a lot. And I clean up for bogey. After pulling my opening drives to the left, I make an uncertain swing here and end up floating my drive to the right. Thankfully, it stays dry, and we carry on. Normally, this is a good distance for my 6-iron, but I failed to take into account this is going uphill, and I'm not hitting it very far today. I make a decent strike, but not nearly enough, and I'm trying to get up and down from 43 yards. I aim for the middle of the green and go a bit long, but it's on. The putt swings by the hole, and I end up with another bogey, and we're at an uninspiring 6 over par after just 3 holes. So far I've gone both left and right off the tee, so I really focus and put a good swing on this one, and it goes perfectly straight. Unfortunately, this is a sharp dogleg right, and it leaves me a very long way from the hole. At least I keep it in play, and I try to cozy it up in front of the waist area that protects the green complex. It's okay. When I practice, I spend quite a lot of time working on my wedges, so it's been a strength in my game. But I haven't been practicing lately, and again, I don't account for the elevation difference, so I end up short of the green. A good chip almost goes in, and I tap in for yet another bogey. Hole 5 is a longer par 3 over water. I hit it pretty well, but yep, wrong green.
look at that on the green.
Yeah, just for the yellow flag instead of the red one. Local rules say that if you are on the wrong green and don't have a clear path, to take the nearest relief, which in this case is right here. I hit my 64 degree right where I want it.
Oh, bad bounce.
But it catches the slope and shoots below the hole. I have about 18 feet for par. And somehow it slides in. Feels good.
Yeah, finally got a par.
Fresh off my first decent hole, I step up to another longer par 3 into a breeze and hit an okay shot with my 3 hybrid.
Nice shot.
Hey,
Green.
I don't think I'm on the green, but I'm okay.
It's in the green. That's right.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep, it's on the green with about 35 feet to the hole. I make what ends up being my only good lag putt of the day.
Wow.
And it's a tap in for par. Number 7 is an intimidating tee shot with houses on the left and a little creek on the right. I've never hit the fairway here before. And after pulling this to the left, it looks like my streak will continue. But somehow it kicks back into the fairway and I'm left with less than 100 yards to the flag. I honor my good fortune with a loose swing that is fat and pushes it right. Thankfully it's okay, but the ground is pretty wet and I shoot the ball past the hole.
Alright.
A little bit wet down there.
A tricky downhill putt has my attention. But I cozy it close and tap it in for another bogey.
So close.
Pretty good, man.
Hole number 8 is the trickiest par 3 for me as the red flag is on the edge of a steep slope. I give it too much respect and push it way right. After watching my playing partner's chip roll over the edge of the green and down the hill, I decide to putt, but I give it way too much gas, and my ball suffers the same grisly fate.
Settle. Settle. Oh.
At the base of this hill, I have a tough lie and I try to get too cute with it. The ball never gets high enough and comes right back down.
Oh my gosh, same spot.
Yeah, same spot.
Attempt number 2 is better, but long, and I have a tough breaking downhill putt. My main goal is to keep it on the putting surface.
Hey, at least it didn't roll off.
Having done that successfully,
No.
I celebrate by missing the putt for triple bogey and settle for the second quad of the front 9. For someone who tends to miss right, the tee shot on 9 is very uncomfortable, as the fairway appears to be sloping toward the water. In reality, it's not that bad, but I overcompensate and pull it left. Thankfully, my ball got through the trees and I have an open look at the fairway. But I misfire and hook the layup into the water. After dropping, I have 70 yards to the pin, which is perfect for my 64-degree wedge. I really like this club as it lets me put a full swing on some really tricky distances, and this one is right at the hole. The putt looks straight, so I take dead aim and roll it home to save par. Good bounce back.
Is that birdie?
Well, it's a par because I hit it in the water.
I end the front 9 with a big number, but with some momentum after a nice par save. Now on to number 10 to play the course again from the yellow tees. I really want to redeem myself after my first try at this hole, and this drive is a perfect power fade right down the middle.
Thank you.
I have a testy 55-yard shot over the bunker.
Oh, too much.
It's pulled a little, but just fine.
Oh, it's okay.
It's another downhill putt, which takes a peek as it slides by the hole. And I'm able to deliver on the 3-foot putt for par. The first time around this was a 7-iron, but now I'm hitting a 9 into a slight breeze. It's a great swing for me, headed right toward the pin. It ends up just a few feet short. The putt gives the hole a scare, and we settle for a third straight par. This is how I'm used to playing. Not flashy, but at least pretty okay, and keeping away from big numbers. If only I knew what was ahead.
Ah, a little right.
My initial reaction is unfounded, as it ends up in good
You're getting to
position.
the red flag, right?
But while it's in the fairway, there is basically no grass under the ball. I choose the wrong club, and it ends up way short.
Should have gone higher.
Here's where things get ugly. Whenever I practice short game, I do it with my 64-degree. I have good hands and I feel comfortable making all kinds of shots with it. But my touch is off today, and I'm uncommitted to this shot. Then, I don't take enough time with the putt and give the fringe way too much credit, blowing the ball by the hole. A testy return putt is pulled wide, and I end up with a double after having a wedge from the fairway. I want to be strategic on this hole. I went through the fairway with my driver last time, so this time I pull out a 5-wood and try to hedge right, but I hit it poorly and find myself with a bad angle under a tree. Right here my strategy brain turns off as I try to hit a hero shot over the trees. Instead, I smack a tree branch with my backswing and worm burn the ball into trouble. A muddy punch out later, I'm back where I should have been a shot earlier. Again, I choose the wrong wedge and end up way short.
So short.
Then, for the second hole in a row, I blow it with my 64 degree, launching it to the back of the green instead of hitting the soft chip shot I saw in my mind.
Totally bladed it.
Just like on number 8, I hit the long downhill putt too hard and end up off the green. Thankfully not as far this time. But another poor putt from the fairway leaves me with a 4-footer downhill. I miss it and hobble away with a 5 over par 9.
Wow.
Wow is right. But there's more golf to be played, so I step up with my trusty 6-iron and proceed to hit it right into the water.
And it's wet.
I tee it up again and keep it dry, but once again, it's at the wrong flag.
Yeah.
I misjudge a long putt up and over the ridge, leaving me with a tough putt for double. It misses by a sliver, and it's a tap in for triple. Plus 10 in the last 3 holes does not help my scorecard at all. I try to put all that behind me and step up to 15 with confidence. Normally I'd hit an 8-iron here, but it's into the breeze, and my distances are low today, so I'm hoping this 7-iron will be the right choice.
Right choice.
I actually take my time with this 3-footer for birdie, and at last my score moves a notch in the right direction. With that success in my pocket, I step up for this tough tee shot. I made it onto the fairway last time, and this power fade is just what I needed to do it again. I have a better lie in the fairway than last time, and finally wise up to take a stronger club than normal. Then I proceed to launch it 20 feet past the flag, but at least we're still on the green. This putt looked downhill the whole way, but I didn't notice it flattens out right near the hole, so it's a bit short. In for a stress-free par. Now we're going at the easier flag on this hole for number 17, even though the tees are quite a bit further back than the first time around. I make a confident swing, and the ball mark is within a few feet of the hole. My putt, however, lacks conviction. Well, it's an easy par, and I'm feeling good going into the final hole. Feeling confident I can hit that power fade again, I stripe my drive down the left side of the fairway. Now, they say that trees are 90% air, but that doesn't matter this time. My ball smacks into that tree and disappears somewhere into the ether. Not sure exactly what to do when I can't find it. I just take a drop under that blasted tree and proceed to pop my 5-wood almost straight up into the air. Still flustered, I slice an easy 6-iron onto the wrong green and take relief off the back of the green. Once again, I completely overestimate today's prowess with my 64 degree and blade it over the green into the water.
That was awesome.
After taking yet another drop, I make my final uncommitted short game shot of the day and leave myself with a long putt for triple. It strolls past the hole, and it's a tap in for my 4th quad plus to end the day. I add plus 13 to my earlier plus 12, and I'm left to wonder what might have been had I just been better at golf. Still, it was a lot of fun to be out on this beautiful course. My stats are less than okay, but there were enough good moments to make me think I can play really okay golf again another day. I'll be back for a rematch, Stewart Peninsula. You can count on it. There's more really okay golf to come, so please like and subscribe, and I'll see you out there.